How about I bring a little bit of the Far East culture to the West? Amongst the many age-old rituals and customs of the Orient, seniority is one of the most important. What does seniority mean? All it means is that you're older than someone, that's all. As a side note, I must add that there are different nuances to this rule that sometimes make someone younger have seniority over you. But I'll keep it simple by sticking to the root of the custom. Seniority in Asian countries follow unwritten rules strictly followed from one generation to the next. If you're older by even a year, those younger than you defer their wants and needs to you. They give you respect, comply with your requests, and are on their best behavior in your presence. If you're the oldest child, your younger siblings are under your authority. If you're a sophomore in high school, a freshman defers to you. If you're 18 and your friend is 17, your voice, without being legalistic, has more weight. All that means is that if it comes down to it, you, the older one, can call the final shot. I grew up in a diminished version of this culture because I was born and raised in America. My parents are from the old country, but the customs they passed down to us diluted itself due to the American surroundings. A story I would like to share with you will take me back to my high school years when I was a new student in the third world country of the Philippines. I was in the 11th grade and I went to an all-girl Catholic school. Our uniforms clearly indicated our grade on our lapels. Ours had J for junior since we were in the 11th grade. My friends and I were on a lunch break at a nearby restaurant. We had already eaten and we were all laughing, talking, and sharing funny stories. Suddenly, the door opened and in came 4 of our upperclassmen. We didn't know them. We only knew that they went to the same school because their uniforms were like ours. They had S's on their lapels, so that meant they were seniors. Instantly, my friends hushed up, corrected their posture, and stopped laughing. Though I was raised knowing to bow down to seniority, at this point, I had never gone to an Asian school, nor had I ever lived in an Asian country. Perplexed, I asked what was happening. My friend shushed me and then quietly explained that the girls who had just walked in were seniors, older than us, and that we were now to be on our best behavior. We didn't stay long, just long enough so that it wasn't obvious that they were the reasons why we were leaving. And then on our way out, when we passed their tables, we bowed our heads down without looking at them. Once outside of the restaurant, we all relaxed. This specific story stands out to me because we were not on school grounds. We were on our lunch break. The restaurant we were in was not on school property. It was a public restaurant serving the general public. We just happened to choose their establishment to spend our lunchtime. The events of that day still fascinate me because there was no authority there to enforce this unwritten rule. There were no parents, no nuns, no teachers. My friends' reactions to the seniors walking in was simply due to the deep-seated customs which each girl followed automatically. The discipline, the respect, and the integrity thoroughly impressed me. This is an example of seniority. In Asia, seniority is strictly adhered to at home, at school, in play areas, in places of business, and at work. In addition, seniority also comes with a title. If someone's older than you, you can't address them by their first name. If they're older and within your age bracket, the male is called kuya, which means older brother. And the female is called ate, which means older sister. These titles are used even though you are not related. If those senior to you are your friend's parents' age, they're called auntie and uncle. If those senior to you are senior citizens, they're called grandma or grandpa. In more formal settings, those senior to you are called sir or ma'am. Combined with that, there is also a physical action which is used to display reverence. It's called blessing or mano. And mano means bless. When you enter a room and your parents are there, you must take the hand they offer you into your own hand. Bow down so that your forehead touches the back of their hand. Then say bless po or mano po. Po, P-O, means sir or ma'am, and it's not gender specific. This term is used for both males and females. Once you bless all of the older folks in the house, then you can go about your business. This is just a little snippet of what it's like to live in an Asian country. If and when you find yourself traveling to Asia, you will know better what to do if you are in the presence of anyone older. And all it is to simply show a little more respect. Nothing is expected from tourists or foreigners, but it would be polite to respect their beliefs in honoring those senior to you. Though these unspoken customs are strictly adhered to, they also come naturally. None of it is legalistic or rigid. It's just something that causes each person to slow down multiple times a day and remember who they are and where they came from, because everyone interacts with someone older than them on a daily basis. I hope I was able to give you a peek into a different culture where being older isn't so bad.